In this lesson, we'll review and improving the sentence problem. It's part of the writing multiple choice. We're on page 657, question 8 out of 11. This is a moderate question. It's a short sentence. Being as she is a gifted storyteller, Linda Goss is an expert at describing people and places. Now here, this first underlined section, we have to find the correct version. Remember, if you've been following this lessons, this is called a dependent clause, a modifying phrase. It's also called an appositive at the beginning of a sentence. So anytime this is underlined, you see after the comma we have a subject here. So this whole clause, this rule can never be violated. This clause has to accurately describe the subject. Now most of the time it's tested, this clause will not be underlined. It means it's correct. And then you have to find the correct version after the sentence. But remember, if you have a phrase describing a person, then you would have to have the subject that follows. It has to be on topic. This rule can never be violated. So we simply have to find the best modifying clause to describe Linda Goss, who's an expert at describing people and places. And by the way, a little bit of vocab, I've seen this on the test. A good word for a person who's an adept storyteller is a raconteur. But this is the writing section. All right. We know being is the absolute worst passive voice. It is always going to be wrong. Just remember that it's too bulky and it's passive. The only time being will ever be right, it's like the 1% chance if it's part of a prepositional phrase like of being. I've seen it where it's parallel construction, but it would never ever be right being. We need to simply just describe Linda Goss, not being. And in B, we also have being. So A and B are out right away. And then in D, we have although. Now, if we're going to pick although, right, that would introduce a subordinating conjunction. But do we have contrast here? Although she's a gifted storyteller, she's an expert? No, those are on point. They're consistent. So although doesn't make any sense either. And then E, we've got telling stories giftedly, the adverb. Obviously it's bulky and awkward. This is the best choice. And again, this shouldn't be difficult at all. It is simply going to be C. And let's just take a look. So it would simply be a gifted storyteller. Then we have the subject. Linda Goss is an expert at describing people and places. It's just that simple. Remember, concise, direct, active writing, it's always preferred. All right, the answer here is C. See you next time. Thanks for watching.